Welcome to a new deep dive. Today we're unpacking a film that's being talked about as way more than just a movie.
Oh, yeah. What's the buzz?
Well, people are calling it a love letter to love, even a masterclass on modern love.
Wow, okay. High praise.
And apparently it promises a serious, happy hormone rush. Sounds like quite the experience, right?
It definitely does. So, what's the film?
We're digging into the recent Bollywood release, Metro and Dino.
Ah, Basu's new one.
Exactly. And our mission today is, well, to explore it based on a pretty detailed review from news18.com.
Okay.
We want to see how it handles, the complexities of modern relationship, its whole narrative style.
And why it's being seen as such a big deal makes sense.
So first things first, the review gives it a solid 4 out of 5 stars.
Pretty good start.
And it's positioned, as a spiritual sequel to Life in a Metro.
Which people loved. Big shoes to fill.
Totally. And it also marks the end of Anurag Basu's trifecta of hyperlinked cinema right after Ludo.
Right. His style of weaving multiple stories together.
Yeah, exactly. Hyperlinked cinema. These interwoven storylines that all connect. And this one runs, get this, 2 hours and 42 minutes.
Whoa, that's long for a romance.
It is. But the aim seems to be, capturing that messiness of life, but also tying it up with a neat bow somehow. Focusing on the raw tenderness in relationships.
That's interesting. And it's been, 18 years since Life in a Metro?
Yeah, 18 years. The review calls this one sublime to the core.
Sublime.
A celebration of life, the city. And it includes an ode to the late Irfan and KK.
Oh, that's poignant. Very touching.
And even Imtiaz Ali has a cameo.
Really? So it's kind of a melting pot of creative forces.
Seems like it.
Yeah.
Which might be why they're calling it the big screen love story we've been waiting for and deserve.
That's quite a statement. Sets the bar high.
It really does. But that idea you mentioned, messy and neatly resolved, it feels a bit contradictory, doesn't it?
It does. How does someone like Basu actually pull that off with his signature style?
Yeah.
Well, I think if you look at that hyperlinked structure, it's not just like a gimmick.
Okay.
It's almost a way he forces you, the viewer, to kind of assemble this mosaic of modern love yourself.
Ah.
He can explore so many different facets of love, even conflicting ones, all at the same time.
Right, the chaos and the calm.
Exactly. It lets him show the messy reality, the confusion, but still aim for some kind of emotional truth or resolution in the end.
So it mirrors life better, maybe. Fragmented but whole.
Yeah, something like that. It encourages you to think about how all these different views on love can actually fit together.
Okay, so this hyperlinked approach, showing different sides of love,
Mm-hmm.
how does that actually play out in the film? Is it focused on one couple or
Well, definitely multiple. The review says it mainly revolves around 4 distinct couples.
4? Okay.
Yeah, 4 interlinked couples. And their stories unfold across Kolkata, Delhi, and Bangalore, so the cities are almost characters too.
A real tapestry then.
It really is. Let's break them down a bit.
Please do.
First, you've got Shabani and Parimal. Shabani's going through a midlife crisis, feeling lost in her marriage.
Relatable for some, I'm sure.
Definitely. And she reconnects with Parimal, an old college flame.
Oh, the what if?
Kind of. And through their rekindled connection, they end up trying to help his widowed daughter-in-law find love again.
So it's about second chances rediscovery.
Precisely. Then you have Kajol and Monty. Their marriage has hit some bumps, or dents, as the review puts it.
Dense. Like what?
Well, intimacy has become like an appointment.
Oof. That's rough.
Yeah. And Monty starts using a dating app, Linger, it's called.
Oh, boy.
But Kajol finds out, and get this, she catfishes him to confront him.
No way. That's intense.
Super intense. And that whole situation then pushes Monty to try and win her back. It's very raw, very modern.
Wow. Yeah, to ask tough questions about forgiveness and repair. Okay, who's next?
Next up is Shruti and Akash. Their bond is described with this Hindi line basically saying they loved each other's madness more than each other.
Shruti, or mujhe ek dusre se zyada ek dusre ke pagalpan se ishko. Interesting. A unique connection.
Very. But then Shruti gets pregnant and it throws a wrench into Akash's musical dreams.
Ah, the classic life versus dreams conflict.
Right. So they attempt a long-distance marriage. But things get complicated when Shruti starts getting close to a single dad colleague.
Proximity and shared experience. That adds another layer.
It does. It really looks at how changing priorities can strain even really passionate bonds.
Okay, and the fourth couple.
That's Chumki and Parth. They meet by chance. Chumki's in a relationship that's safe, but lacks passion.
The comfortable rut.
Exactly.
Yeah.
While Parth is this commitment-phobic playboy type, maybe a bit of a man-child, no real job.
Sounds like trouble. Or potential.
Maybe both. Chunky admits she's confused, but finds herself drawn to him.
The unpredictable spark.
But then, plot twist, Parth suddenly announces he's ready to settle down with someone else.
Ouch. What a curveball.
Right. Talk about complicated.
These stories sound so different yet. Incredibly familiar somehow. I'm already wondering how they all link up. What is it that makes them feel distinct, but also part of this bigger picture?
Well, I think by showing these four really different situations, the film basically holds up a mirror to the whole spectrum of modern relationship issues,
Like infidelity, commitment issues.
Midlife crises, second chances, long-distance struggles, all of it. It shows these universal themes playing out in very specific, individual ways.
Fought against these city backdrops.
Exactly. So it tells you there isn't just one way modern love looks. It's messy, it's varied. It really prompts you to reflect on that complexity.
Okay, so beyond these intricate plots, the review really hammers home that Metro and Dino is a true blue musical.
Oh, absolutely. Music seems central.
Yeah, it apparently kicks off with characters breaking the fourth wall, singing their dialogue.
Really? Like straight out of the gate?
Seems so.
Yeah.
They quote Kajol's line, "Jab life ki ho jati, pati gul, posts mere social media mein ho jati utni hai colorful."
That's clever. Translates roughly to, when life gets dim, my social media gets colorful.
Something like that, yeah. Very modern sentiment expressed through song.
And it's Pritam doing the music again, right? Like the original.
Yes. And his compositions are described as magical, not just background score. They apparently truly elevate the screenplay.
So the music is doing heavy lifting narratively.
That's the impression. It's not just with music. The music is the narrative sometimes.
Right. Like it's almost another character voicing the feelings words can't quite capture. It makes your connection to their heartache, their joy, probably much deeper.
And get this, the Metro Band, with Pritam, Papan, and Raghav Chaitanya, actually appears on screen.
No kidding, performing in the film.
Yeah. The review says it creates a nostalgic ride, almost like a live performance feel.
Wow, that's immersive. I could see how that would pull you in.
Especially the pre-interval block, described as an absolute delight, like a live concert where they're literally giving tunes to the characters' heartaches.
That sounds amazing. So the music isn't just decoration, it's woven into the fabric, driving the emotion in the story.
Totally. It seems key to the film's identity in the romance genre, really setting it apart.
Giving it that unique emotional depth.
The review singles out a few songs too. Samanalaj, Dil Ka Kiya, and Maini Mera.
Good tracks to look out for them.
It definitely sounds like music is fundamental to the whole experience.
Yeah.
Now, about that runtime, 2 hours, 42 minutes, that's substantial.
It really is. Especially for a romantic drama, like you said. Easy for those to drag.
But the review claims it hardly loses pace and manages to hold your attention for close to 3 hours.
That's impressive. A real achievement, if true.
It is. So how? How does it maintain that engagement? It apparently nails comedy, drama, and tension with a terrific first half.
Well, the review credits a lot of that sustained power to the performances.
The cast.
Yeah. It highlights brilliant acts from veterans like Neena Gupta and Anupam Kher.
Okay. Expected, perhaps, but good to hear.
And then Kankana Sen Sharma and Pankaj Tripathi are praised for impeccable comic timing.
Love both.
And get this, the review says Pankaj might even make you not miss Irfan so much.
Wow. That is extremely high praise, considering Irfan's iconic role in the first one.
It really is. Quite a statement about Pankaj Tripathi's performance here.
Definitely. Anyone else stand up?
The review points to Fatima Sana Sheikh and Ali Fazal's storyline as a standout.
Long-distance couple.
Yeah. It says their story treats the nuances and intricacies of their situation, the push and pull, with real maturity and sensitivity.
Nice.
And it calls Fatima a revelation.
Oh, interesting. Good for her.
And for the main leads, Aditya Roy Kapoor and Sarah Ali Khan, it notes that Basu plays to their strengths.
How so?
Sarah is apparently back to her Kedarnath form, really capturing her character's grit and emotional fog.
Okay, good to hear.
And Aditya shows off that charming comic timing again, making you think of his roles in Ludo or even Yejwani Hai Diwani.
Like Akash or Bunny. I can picture that.
Exactly. And adding to the enjoyment, apparently, are these little nods to the original film.
Oh, like Easter eggs.
Sort of. For instance, Parth takes Chumki to Delhi's Ograsan Ki Bali.
Okay.
which directly mirrors that famous scene with Monty and Trudy from Life in a Metro.
A nice callback for the fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the characters Kjell and Monty in this one, they almost feel like an extension of Trudy and Monty from the original.
So there's a sense of continuity, even if it's spiritual.
Precisely. It creates this feeling that's both familiar and new.
So you have these strong individual performances, these resonant stories, the music.
Yeah.
How does it all come together to earn that masterclass label? And how do those familiar nods add to it?
Well, that ability to keep you engaged for nearly 3 hours in a romance, that comes down to that blend.
The blend of pacing and performance.
Exactly. Strong pacing, compelling stories that feel real, and performances that bring it all to life. Plus, those little connections to the past add a layer of richness, especially for viewers who loved the first film.
It creates a full experience.
It seems so. It balances the fresh narratives with just enough nostalgia, keeping you invested throughout that long runtime. It's a delicate balance, especially in this genre.
Okay, so let's try and wrap this up. To recap our deep dive, Metro Indino is really being positioned as this masterclass on modern-day love.
Yeah, a Bollywood love story described as having so much heart, maturity, intensity, intimacy, and subtlety.
And it feels like it's truly a collaboration, much Anurag's film as pretense, their visions really working together.
Definitely seems that way. And the review frames it as a film for, well, everyone who's navigated love and loss.
For the lonely, for the ones who won in love and then lost some.
Right. Suggesting it offers this resonant, nuanced perspective that many people might connect with, seeing bits of their own lives reflected back.
Yeah. So thinking about all this, given how Metro Indino tackles these really contemporary issues, long-distance marriage, even sex by appointment,
Very current themes.
how might exploring these things on screen challenge or maybe even redefine our more traditional ideas about partnership and intimacy going forward? It makes you think, doesn't it?
It really does.
And maybe for you listening, as you reflect on what we've discussed, what aspects of modern love shown in Metro Indino seem most relevant or striking to you right now? Something to mull over.